So the other day I was chilling out, watching some YouTube, and all of a sudden I got the random thought of, hey, what's the best horror game out there? I mean, what horror game is able to perfectly mix gameplay, performance, story, soundtrack, and audio, and most importantly, the scares so much so that the game becomes an instant classic in my mind? I mean, there's Outlast and Outlast Whistleblower. No, Outlast 2, you can just go away. There's Resident Evil 2, I fucking love that game. Or how about something newer like Faith the Unholy Trinity? Those are all just phenomenal games that I would play again numerous times, but I don't think I would consider them to be the outright best. But as I was thinking about this topic while scrolling through my YouTube page, I found something off the corner of my eye. Something that isn't released yet, but the gameplay reveal made me jump for joy, as I could safely say that this soon-to-be title is definitely one of the horror games of all time. Hold up, I can't even make that joke. This is quite literally just not a fucking game at this point. The Day Before is a massively multiplayer adventure concept of a game that's scheduled for release on November 10th of this year. The concept is supposedly developed by Fantastic, a development company that's known for making games like The Radiant One, The Wild 8, and Prop Night. You guys remember Prop Night? The game that costs $10 even though it's just Gmod's Prop Hunt, even though Gmod's been free since 2006, and is also exactly like Fortnite's Prop Hunt, even though that's also been free for a couple years now. The Day Before is also being published by Mytona, a mobile game publishing company based in Singapore that's released Secret Notes, Hidden Objects, Cooking Diary restaurant game, and who could ever forget Outfire Battle Royale shooter. Those are all indeed games, but if you really want to know their credibility, this is the same company that saw Royal Match, that really shitty mobile game where they include the many clickbait ads about that one king. Yeah, they took that and made a rip-off of it later down the year of 2021 and decided to call it Royal Merge 3D. So anyways, in January of 2021, Fantastic released an announcement regarding the development of this game. It was supposed to be set in a large city where hundreds of players can scavenge, build communities, or straight up kill one another. It was like if DayZ was DayZ. I mean, it's just a large zombie survival game set in next-gen graphics. What did you expect? Funny enough, though, when the trailer for this game was first announced, it mainly showcased the main characters just roaming around a store and then an abandoned city. Sometimes there were conflict. I think there was like one gunfight between like two players, but it mostly just included the person roaming and looting. It's nothing too interesting in the slightest. You would expect maybe the first announcement would have included like anything of note. Hell, I would have even settled for a cinematic trailer showcasing what's in the game. But no. Regardless though, this game would become the #1 most wishlisted game on Steam, with thousands of gamers excited to take on this game. Anyways, throughout the years of the first announcement, The Day Before was getting less and less hype as the reveals that Fantastic was showing weren't actually just reveals. All the other videos about the game showcased 30-second memes, skits, or interesting locations, but nothing about the actual game, not even how the development process is going. Hell, even the revamped trailer that came out 1 year later after the announcement felt exactly like its predecessor, with footage showing nothing but filler, but this time in a little bit more of a highly edited video. Nothing was being released about this game in terms of what the features will actually be like. Nobody knew what you could do other than walk and walk. People were starting to give up hope on the game and begin to forget about the game, that is, until last week. Because last week, GameSpot released a 10-minute gameplay reveal of the game, and I gotta say, this game just does not exist. There is no way in hell that real-life human beings developed this game for over the past 2 years since its first announcement. I won't go in-depth about the entire reveal and pick it apart minute by minute, as it will just be me complaining about how nothing is happening throughout the video, so instead, let's pick apart all the most notable information about the reveal and the outrage behind it. Starting with discussing the information, we got no new info. That's right, boys and girls. For the first 4 minutes of this game, absolutely nothing is shown. All that happens is the player walks through a suburban neighborhood and loots a couple of items while also showing the customization options for guns and other weapons. As the player's roaming, you can see the graphics and just overall look at the game both look really good, but also really horrible. It's like if you watch this video from like 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, a mile away from your screen while also squinting protecting your eyes, yeah, it does look like a good AAA game. But the moment where you can actually use your retinas and see through your eyes, you will notice so many blurry and unclear and just horrible looking textures. There are some props like the chairs that do not look like they're actually grounded because of how poorly lit the lighting is. The shadows as well look incredibly ugly, especially during the showcases at night. Like, why are there shadows on top of the pitch black tent at pitch black night? You fucking tell me, I don't know this shit. Inventory system looks exactly like Escape from Tarkov, but even worse. That's my entire take on the inventory system. It's just bad. Crafting looks bland and uninteresting. You know, go to a workbench, combine items. You've seen this in every single game that includes basic crafting. You can also customize your guns, which are cool, I guess. I don't like how there's an entirely different menu for gun customization. It should have been kept in the regular inventory, where you just get an option to attach or detach accessories to the gun. Like fucking Project Zomboid, the 2013 game, mastered accessories for weapons. I don't understand this. I also do not like the solid gray background that engulfs all of the inventory and crafting menus. It just looks so ugly and like amateurish. It's something that you would see on like Ebola, you know, that one game that one single person made? Yeah, it looks like that. Wait, you're telling me that Ebola had a better looking inventory system than the day before? Fucking insane. And then there's combat. Throughout the 10 minutes of the gameplay, the use of fighting zombies, you know, the primary antagonists in the game about surviving a zombie apocalypse, are shown once, and that is 4 minutes into the video. And even then, it's shown in pitch black to hide all the imperfections, but even then, you can see that the first 2 zombies that you shoot have reused animations. It's also funny that the zombies are shot down immediately in this gameplay reveal. You don't get to see the dangers of the zombies, let alone see them attack. They just die, and that's the gameplay. I hope you enjoy the 7 other minutes of the game where the player just does nothing but roam and loot. It's very obvious that the development team was not working on this. No improvements can be noticed throughout the 2 years that it's been showcased. Nothing can be taken away from this video that has not been seen before. It is just fucking filler at this point. Now, on top of this, the day before has been getting even more outrage for allegedly taking ideas, mechanics, and other screenshots from games. During the release of the day before's gameplay reveal, people were quick to recognize the uncanny resemblance to the very small game, I'm sure you guys never heard of it before, Call of Duty Cold War. And it gets even worse as people found out that certain screenshots and cover art for the game basically copied the cover arts for other games like SnowRunner, Tom Clancy's The Division, and most shockingly, The Last of Us Part 2. Call of Duty Cold War! These screenshots are so identical. There is no way that this is a coincidence. If maybe like one screenshot looks similar, like just the SnowRunner one, I really would not see the problem. But when it happens numerous times, I just can't help but believe that the developers or publishers just did not work on this and wanted to find the easiest way to gain attention and money. So in short, this game is just not a game. I have seen nothing to suggest that this will be an actual release, and if by some chance in hell that it is, I can already tell you that it will receive mostly negative reviews on Steam about it. I'm telling you this right now. If there are any developers or publishers watching this video, hi. How are you doing? But also, please take notes, as this is exactly what not to do when creating a game and then advertising it. But what did you all think about this reveal? I actually know the answer, never mind, I'm taking back my question. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, maybe hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.